Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I'm playing PlayStation All-Stars here, and I will be doing Zeus today. Oh, well. Alright, I will be doing Zeus today. I accidentally jumped all the way over here. Alright, so Zeus is, as I said in the Isaac Clarke video, he is my least favorite out of all the DLC characters, and you will see why once I start playing as him. But he has two costumes. He has this one, which is actually my favorite out of the two, so I'm going to pick that one. And I'm going to be selecting Cat, just like I selected Emmett in the last video, since they are both melee characters. And then these two will just be random. Alright, Jack. And Nariko, nice choices. But I'm actually going to substitute her for, bam, Dante. Because Dante is my favorite to play as. And I'm going to be doing the graveyard level from Medieval as well, just like in the Isaac video. This is actually the new map, which I like a lot more than Fearless, because Fearless is a relatively small map, and it doesn't really change as much as it really could have. But the way that Medieval, or Graveyard works, or the Graveyard, is that it's a small map, and there's really not many changes that go on to it. There's basically, it's mixed with a game, I can't remember the name of it, but, oh, the Unfinished Swan, that's what it is. She just got hit in the head with an apple. But yeah, it's the Unfinished Swan that it's mixed with, and you'll see like ink splatters and other things like that, and it makes scaffoldings, but it doesn't add that much to it. Alright, now time to get into Zeus. Pretty much every single one of his attacks can actually be charged. I guess I will show you here, when they stop kicking my ass for a second, is that he can do this punch, or you can charge the punch and he'll do a dash. And that pretty much works the same way with, I think, every one of his attacks, which is good for powerful attacks. As you can see there, I just juggled all of them. But some of them are really hard to find a use for. You see this one, you can warp around, which is obviously useful. Which that is up and O, and then you can change the direction after you press it. And then if you press O by itself, you make a image of yourself that actually does lightning damage to them if they touch it. There's Dante just murdering everyone like he usually does. Yeah, that's the one I have the highest level with. Alright. Trying to get somebody to touch the clone so that you can see what it does. Oh, she just knocked right through it. Alright, well, basically it just electrifies them. So what you do is, you can also press up with that if they're above you. Like you knock them up or something and then do that. And then if you press it down, it knocks below them. He has very simple attacks. He's not very complicated to play as. See, these are the scaffoldings that I was talking about. Bam, there you go. Alright, and then this one, if you hold forward and circle, he actually absorbs bullets that come at him. Or any other related objects. And, let's see. Down and circle is... yeah, he does that shot up, which I can never really find a use for. You see, I'm using it right now, and no one's getting hit. Basically, the only time it's ever useful is if you hold it down for probably 3 seconds, which is an absurd amount of time to have to hold something down in a game like this. But yeah, you basically hold it down for 3 seconds, and then it will actually do something. So it's really hard to find a use for. And you can see you're extremely vulnerable while you're doing it. So there's really not a good time to use it. But yeah, his attacks are essentially just punch or lightning, and that's really all he has. He doesn't really have too many combos. And you have that downward punch, which is pretty useful. His special, however, is probably one of the coolest in the game. You basically turn into Hades on the Hades map, and it's really awesome. You'll definitely have to see it. There's also a lightning bolt attack. As you can see I'm doing right here. If you just press triangle by itself, he just throws bolts at you. And if you hold it down, I'm pretty sure he does a charged one. Yeah, he sends one big charged one out. Which is also useful, but kind of hard to find the time to throw that in there. So yeah, he's a very simple and straightforward character, but he is very strong, as you can see. And he does have the flinch resistance like the Big Daddy does. So that is another good thing. Alright, time for the special. Here is his level 3, which just like Isaac, like I told you, it actually changes the arena. And that's something unique to the two new characters. See, now I am a giant god, and you pretty much have a few attacks that you can hit them with. Like if they jump in the air, How did I do this again? There it goes. If they jump in the air, you do that to catch them while they're mid-flight. Yeah, they can jump around quite a bit, and if you are good at this game and you know his pattern, like there are certain attacks that you can avoid by jumping in a certain direction. If you know his pattern, then you can pretty easily avoid that. But yeah, unlike Isaac, you pretty much just float around and hope for the best. But that one, there actually is a pattern that you can follow, and you can see what he's about to do and then move accordingly. So yeah, strong character, not very good on combos, which is what I look for in a character. That's why I like Dante, because to me, he seems like he has the most amount of combos and all that, and he has the canceling, which is unique to Dante, and it's really cool to have that in this game. And you know a character is bad when you're talking about how much you like another character more while you're doing a gameplay video for said character. So yeah, not a big fan of Zeus. Hope there are more DLCs for this game because I am really enjoying them so far. Zeus aside. Alright, now I have my level 2, which basically he floats around or flies around, and then you can just press the special button again and he'll do some kind of electric explosion. Which I guess is good, I don't know. It takes a while to find them, and if that player was coming after me with that special, I would probably be able to avoid that easily. So I can't really say it's a good special. I would say for him just to stick with the level 1 or go all the way to the level 3. The level 2 is not really going to get you that far. You might get a triple kill if you're lucky, but it's not very plausible. Especially if you're playing against human characters, they'll almost definitely avoid you. Especially online, because the people in this game are good. Alright, now I'm going to do my level 1 if I can get a free spot to do it. So as you saw there, he basically just, like claps his hands together and everyone in front of him dies. As long as they're close enough and not doing a dodge or anything. Can you stop punching me for a second, please? Yeah, that special is not going to hit me. Yeah, if you just press triangle by himself, he does these punches. So yeah, this is Zeus. And I don't like him very much, as I have said quite a few times. See, there's killed Dante with it. Alright, we got Demon Jack over there. Yeah, so it's good to see that you can actually play as another person in the God of War series. I didn't actually expect that Zeus would be one of the playable characters, because he seemed like too big of a character to have in this game, but here he is. Alright, so I don't think, yeah, I was pretty positive that Kat won that one. She murdered everyone. Look at that, 10 kills, that's crazy. Alright, yeah, so there's Zeus. Not a big favorite for me, but not all characters are going to please everyone. So basically, Isaac right here is my favorite of the two. And Isaac is actually my favorite in the DLC, so if you have God of War Ascension, you already have this DLC and you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't have the DLC, I recommend buying it, but Zeus is not really... he's not really a selling point for me. It was really Isaac that I saw, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely buying this because of Isaac. And then this one was free, so there's really no complaining. And the characters are good, too. I actually like the assortment of characters here better, because I like playing as both of them. But Isaac is overall just my favorite. Alright, hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back later with some other videos. I don't know what right now. I will see you then.